I think it's fair to say everyone hates Suicide Squad except for the 5 players in game and of course the shill media. They have done their best to defend this game tooth and nail, and now it's gone on sale for $20 at GameStop, and they're trying to convince you that it's worth the price when it's clearly not. This is a Gamer article. It says, as we approach 6 months since its launch, I think it's fair to say Suicide Squad hasn't been the well-received live service game Rocksteady wanted it to be. Yeah, what they wanted and what they got were two completely different things. This game was abysmal from start to finish. Even leading up to release, people were not excited for it, and a major issue is Sweet Baby Inc. Their influence is very clear on this game. Plus, Rocksteady is now filled with activists. They are a shell of the company they once were, and it's sad to see. It says, though, not the be-all and end-all when it comes to metrics, but usually quite telling when there's only 200 people playing it on Steam, and definitely not the number its developers want to see day after Season 2 kicked off. Now, of course, yes, Season 2 has been out for a couple of days at this point, and yeah, it's not going well for them. Why did they ever think a Mrs. Freeze was going to work out when it's not Nora or maybe Victor's daughter? It is a gender-swapped Victor. Her name is Victoria, and she's still trying to save her wife Nora, so it's a gender-swapped lesbian Mrs. Freeze, which I guess they thought was going to work out, and it didn't. It says if the start of Season 2 has finally piqued your interest, especially with the twist we definitely didn't see coming, then you can currently hop on the empty bandwagon for a lot less than most of those you'll be sharing the ride with. Now, I think it's funny they say that, the twist we definitely didn't see coming. First of all, it leaked weeks ago, but second of all, we expect things like this from Rocksteady and Sweet Baby Inc. Now, we knew that they were not going to just add a strong male character. It had to be some kind of twist where, a female is outdoing him and, one-upping him. Or it was a situation like this where we have a gender swap. They say, though, it is a fantastic price, despite what you might have assumed based on what has been said about it thus far. This game is not worth $20. Maybe 5, 10 absolute max, but 20 is still too much. It's a terrible game, and if you enjoyed any of the other Arkhamverse games, you're not going to like this. It is a massive disappointment that basically just slaps fans of the Arkhamverse in the face and says, no, you need to get with the times. It really is just a game for modern audiences, and we can clearly see how many of those people exist given the fact that this game has no players in it, and it maxed out on launch at 13,459 people on Steam, which isn't a lot. All of the other Arkhamverse games that are on Steam have double that amount of players. Now, obviously, I think that it is hilarious to see journalists trying their best to defend this game because it does align with the narratives that they've been pushing about how, yes, the gaming industry needs to be more diverse and inclusive, and they get upset when we criticize DEI ideology being shoved into our games, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They're trying to defend it, saying it's actually worth the price and you should definitely pick it up because you're going to have a great time. But it's not a great time to play this game because it's never going to be a great time, and you're never going to have a fantastic experience with this game because it's truly abysmal. So, of course, I expect more articles like this to release when we get more DLC characters, but now that we've got Victoria in the game, aka gender-swapped Mr. Freeze, things are not going particularly well for Rocksteady as they've had to heavily discount the game, and journos are defending it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you again in the next video real soon.